Hey, what's going on? It's Rick here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Hard Candy Cases Shockdrop. This is for your iPad mini, and this is a case that's really going to be best served for those of you who go hard on your mini. You're dropping it a lot, you're taking it out in the field, doing things like that. Now, I will say this is not a waterproof case, so don't be going dunking this thing in water because it's not going to do anything for you there. But as far as drops go, it works really well. And I'll also mention this is great if you've got kids and they're getting your hands on your mini a lot, then this is going to be a really, really good case for that purpose because it is highly protective. It all comes in the packaging that you see right here. I've got it in black, although it is available in a few other colors as well. I'm going to do this review in reverse. I've already put the Shockdrop on the mini, and at the end I'll take it apart. But basically this consists of two pieces. You get a interior shell that is a hard plastic shell, and it's got an integrated screen shield in it as well. You slide your mini in that, and then you take this heavy duty silicone and you just stretch it over that shell. There's some predetermined grooves here that you push the silicone into, and it all seats in and fits really, really well. This is what it looks like. And as I mentioned, the whole idea behind this is drops. I mean, if you're going to be dropping this, if your kids are going to be dropping it, doing things like this, I mean, it doesn't really matter. This thing is very, very protective. It's got some bounce to it as you see it knocking my table around here. And it works really, really well. You can see here that this is our integrated screen shield. It is going to show fingerprints, but I do find that those fingerprints with the microfiber are going to wipe off relatively easily. And as I do that, you might catch some rainbow effect there happening, but it really goes back and it's not all that noticeable when you turn your screen on, as I'll show you right now. So your home button is covered up, but when we press that, and it's very easy to press, it will awaken your device and you can see what it's going to look like from the perspective of screen quality. I really don't see rainbow effect too much. There's a few hints of it here and there, but otherwise it's pretty good. And tapping on the device, there's no lack of response. This works really, really well. Swiping and doing all the things that I need to do, I have yet to have a problem there. Up along the top, there's our camera and light sensor. It is cut out right there for those things. And then you can see right here, we've got an indicator for our sleep awake button that I'll show you in just a moment. There is a bit of a lay on the table there, although I'll say it's not necessarily needed because you've got this screen shield that's integrated in it. But nonetheless, if you put it face down, this really isn't touching anyhow. So let's go ahead and take a look down here. You can see right here, we've got our speakers completely exposed, no issue with sound coming out of those things. And if you want to charge your device, well, you just kind of give this a tug and you can connect your lightning connector in there to charge this up. You're not going to go docking this with anything. That's really not what this case is designed for. Along this side, it's all enclosed, although you can see your volume buttons right here, and those are also very responsive here. They give a great level of feedback, very nice clicky sound. It's very a tactical response, or a tactile response, I should say. Next to it, you've got your rotation lock, and that is covered as well. So if we flip that down, you can see that right there. Very easy to get to. No problems doing that whatsoever. Up along the top, as I mentioned, your sleep awake power button is completely enclosed. Again, very responsive. And then we also have a cutout for your microphone that aligns just fine, and I've got no issues with mic pickup. Your headphone jack is covered up. If you want to use it, you're going to flip that back. Oversized headphones might have an issue with this, but otherwise it's going to work just fine. This side is all enclosed. And then along the back, you've got this nice kind of grippy material. It's silicone. May not be a look for everybody, but it certainly works. And there is your camera cutout. This is not covered with the membrane, mind you, so that is a point of exposure, but there's no gap in there. So if anything gets in there, it's not going to kind of dwindle down into your mini, but still you want to be careful with it. Very, very nice case. You can see there is some hard candy branding right at the bottom here. As far as taking this apart, I'm going to try to do this at an angle. We're just going to work one end. And let me stand it up. That might be a little bit easier here. And I'm going to get my nail in here. And once you've gotten an edge loosened from that, you'll see those kind of predetermined grooves that the silicone is going to fit into. And then you just basically go in here and you undo each edge. Now, mind you, it's going to be a lot easier if it's right in front of you. I'm doing it at an angle here while I shoot on camera, so it is a bit of a disadvantage for me. But it is pretty easy to remove. This isn't something you want to remove all the time, and that's that silicone piece. Here is the inner portion. The backside, yep, it is exposed here. That's what's going to keep it lightweight, but this silicone is very heavy duty. It's not flimsy, so you're still getting a real good level of protection. And then the way this works is it kind of just sits into place. It keeps your mini in there. It's not going to fall out. It's actually kind of cinched in there. And then when you want to get this out, you just give it a little bit of a push on each corner here. And gently you're going to do that. You don't want to go destroying your case. And these edges on the plastic are pretty smooth, so you don't have to worry about any sort of damage to your mini. And then once you've done that, you're just going to loosen it up and out it comes. And that's it. It is the Hard Candy Cases Shockdrop for the iPad mini. It's going to do a great level of protection for your mini while keeping the weight down. It adds a little bit of bulk. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. If you guys have questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to leave them down below, or better yet, hit me up on Twitter at Metagamers, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody, and have fun.